Hello, welcome back to the Yogi Bump. My name is Harriet. I hope you and your baby are doing well and that you're feeling great in your third trimester. So you're nearly to the end now. Congratulations, you've made it this far. So baby might be down into the pelvis. You might have noticed that baby has dropped and your bump is looking slightly different. You may have noticed as well that you're waddling a little bit more than usual. That means that baby is slowly coming further down into the pelvis and is engaged. So you're near the end, congratulations. So this class we're going to be practicing and building up our pelvic floor awareness. So we're going to be linking it with our breath and linking it with a couple of birth prep poses, which will help you during labour and will also help to encourage baby to come further down into the pelvis if it hasn't done so already. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting on a cushion today. You can sit on a block if you feel that you need a little bit more height. Sometimes if you haven't got open hip flexors and you're sitting in a seated position, our knees can be quite high up and you can feel quite cramped here. So make sure that you're sitting up on a bit of height so that your knees are lower than your hips. So make yourself comfortable. Bring length into the spine. Relax those shoulders down away from the ears. Close your eyes if you'd like to, and just start to bring your awareness to your breath. So just noticing the quality of your breath today. Maybe your breath feels quite shallow. Maybe it's quite fast today. So just noticing the quality of your breath. Bringing yourself to stillness. And just start to count the breaths in your head. Starting from 1, going up to 10. And when you get to 10, just start from the beginning again. And it's completely normal for the mind to wander off and to go into a pattern of thinking, storyline. So no judgment to yourself when you become aware. Just gently bring yourself back to the breath. Maybe you want to focus on the movements of the breath, if you can feel the movements in the body today, or just bring yourself back to the counting. It's always good to bring yourself to stillness, bring yourself to your breath, as this is the time where there's so much going on in your head around coming to the end of your pregnancy, coming towards the birth. You're going to be meeting your baby soon, and you know that there is going to be a shift and a change in your life. So it's always good to come to stillness, come to your breath, acknowledge your feelings, accept. And now take a deep breath in through the nose Exhale, sigh through the mouth. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Now flutter the eyes open. So bring the hands on the knees. As you inhale, bring the chest forward, arch through the back, lift through the heart. And as you exhale, round through the spine. Bring chin to chest, eyes to baby. Inhale. Exhale. So seated cat-cow. And as you're doing your seated cat-cow, I want you to activate through your pelvic floor. So as you inhale, squeeze the pelvic floor up. So the vagina and the bum muscles, squeeze them on the inhale. And on the exhale, release. Eyes to baby, inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Good. Now come to stillness. Now make big circles with those hips. Inhale through the nose. Squeezing the pelvic floor. And on the exhale, release. Now changing the direction of those circles. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Even if you can't feel your pelvic floor, it doesn't matter. Just imagine it in your mind. One last breath in. Squeeze the pelvic floor and exhale, release. Good. Now bring the legs out to the right hand side, hands down to the left. Make your way safely on all fours. Bring the cushion, place it to one side. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Squeeze the pelvic floor, and on the exhale, eyes to baby, round through the spine, coming into our cat-cow. Inhale. Squeeze the pelvic floor and release. Inhale. Exhaling round through the spine and release. Good. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release. One last time. Inhale, squeeze the pelvic floor. Exhaling, release. Good. Now come to a neutral spine. We're going to start to make some big circles with the hips, circles with the body. Keep linking that breath. If you can keep your pelvic floor going during this, then go for it. So see if you can feel it here. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Now change directions. Go the other way, the opposite way of you were going before. Inhale through the nose, squeeze the pelvic floor. Exhale, release. Elongating on the exhale here. So we're tapping into the parasympathetic nervous system, getting that lovely oxytocin flowing through the body. The oxygen is going straight to the uterus. Good, now coming to stillness. We're going to come down onto the forearms here and just gently drop the head down, take the gaze to baby. Inhale through the nose, squeeze the pelvic floor. Exhale, release. Good, inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. So you have an option to stay here, or you can come down. Use your head, the forehead for support. So this is a nice stretch underneath the armpits. Inhale through the nose, squeezing the pelvic floor. Exhale through the mouth, release. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release. Good. So this pose is great for if you're feeling really constipated. It gets things moving in your intestines. It also gets baby in the right position for birth. Inhale through the nose, squeeze the pelvic floor. Exhale, release. This pose is also good if your labour is really slowing down. This pose helps to speed things up a little bit more. Inhale through the nose. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Exhale, release. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Good. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press up, back onto all fours. Now tuck the toes under. Spread the fingers wide. Push up into a downward dog. You can stay on all fours if a downward dog is not serving you well today. Keep the feet out wide in your downward dog. Make sure there's space for bump. Bend through the knees. Tilt the pelvis up so bump goes in between the legs. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. If you can feel your pelvic floor here, go for it. Inhale through the nose, squeeze the pelvic floor. And on the exhale, release. Good, inhale, squeeze. Exhaling, release. Good, inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Good, now come down back onto the knees. And come up onto the knees here. So untuck the toes, bring your left leg to the left side of the mat. Make sure there's room for bump. We're just going to rock backwards and forwards here. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. So this is a really great pose to practice in the first part of your labour. It gets things moving, it opens the cervix, it helps to loosen up the hips, loosen the pelvis. One more breath. Okay, now come to stillness. Bring your left hand on top of the left thigh. Reach the right arm back. So press into that left foot. You'll be able to feel a shift in the hips. So baby is facing forward. Reach that right arm back, really stretch. So you're pressing into that left foot at the same time you're reaching that right arm back. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, see if you can stretch the right arm up and over towards the left-hand side. Bring the right arm down underneath. Stretch it back. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Keep squeezing that right glute there, so engaging through that right glute. Inhale, stretch the right arm back. If you can Engage through that pelvic floor. Practice the pelvic floor in this. Go for it. One more time. Inhale. And on the exhale, bring the hands down in between the left foot. And we're going to stay here. If you feel that this is too much, come up onto a bit of height. Maybe use a couple of blocks here or a block. We're just going to rock backwards and forwards. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Inhaling, squeezing the pelvic floor. Exhale, release. Maybe you can't feel it in this position, which is totally fine. Good. Now bring the left knee back down onto all fours. Gently rock the hips from side to side. Deep breath in. Squeezing the pelvic floor. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Good, you've got this. Inhaling, squeeze. Exhale, release. Now bring the right foot to the outside edge of the mat. Press the right hand on the right thigh. So we're just rocking backwards and forwards now. So creating space in the pelvis here. Engage the left glute as you're coming back up. So you're not only stretching here, but you're also strengthening those parts that need to be strong for birth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Maybe you want to put hands on baby, connect with baby. One more breath, inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Good, so come to stillness. Now press into that right foot. Gently move your pelvis so baby is facing forwards. Stretch the left arm back. So you're pressing into that right foot, engaging through that left glute, that left bum cheek, and stretching the left arm back. Bring your right elbow on top of the right thigh. As you inhale, stretch the left arm back. And as you exhale, bring the left arm up and over. Round underneath. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. Good. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. Up and over. Activate through your pelvic floor if you can feel it here. Don't worry if you can't. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands down inside of the right foot. Again, come up on some blocks if you feel that you need. We're going to rock backwards and forwards in our lizard pose. And no judgment to yourself if you need extra support, if you need blankets, if you need blocks to bring you up higher. Every pose looks different on each individual person. Every body is different and needs something different. So Just keep that in mind, so no judgment to yourself. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Rocking backwards and forwards. Good. Now bring the right knee back down, come back onto all fours, gently rock side to side. Inhale, squeeze the pelvic floor. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhaling, squeeze. Exhale, release. Good. And now tuck the toes under. We're going to come up to standing. So make your way to standing. Bring the hands up the legs. Bring your hands on baby. Your feet are just over hip width apart. We're going to make big circles with the hips. And as we make circles with the hips, squeezing the pelvic floor up on the inhale. Exhaling, release. Good. So in labour, so keep going with that breath. In labour, you won't be able to feel your pelvic floor, but the idea is just to practice releasing on the exhale. It's just like practicing a visualization technique, which you can do during this class if you'd like. So you can practice the lotus flower, you can practice the hot air balloon, or maybe you have your own visualization you'd like to practice. It just basically encourages baby to move down slowly, calmly through the birth canal. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, releasing the pelvic floor. Now changing directions with the circles. If these big circles aren't really feeling very comfortable today and there's a lot of pain in the pelvis, bring your hands on your knees, bend the knees, and just tilt your pelvis backwards and forwards. So inhale, squeeze the pelvic floor, exhale, release. I'm going to keep going with the circles, but please do modify your practice to what feels right for you. A few more breaths, inhaling, squeeze the pelvic floor, exhale, release. Good. Now, find an empty wall space. Bring your back up against the wall. Shuffle your feet just a little bit further away from you. And when you feel steady and comfortable, bend through those knees. So shuffle your bum down the wall, bending through the knees. We're going to keep hands on baby today. Relax those shoulders down away from the ears. Fire up those thighs and the glutes. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze the pelvic floor. And on the exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Maybe you want to sink deeper into your squat if that feels comfortable for you. You don't have to, you can stay where you are. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Few more breaths. You can bring your hands on your thighs if it's more supportive to you. Inhale. Exhale, release. Good. Now on this inhale, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we're gonna arm release. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, arm. Don't be shy, let it out. Okay, bring the hands on the wall. Press into the feet. Slowly come up. Inhale, stretch the arms up. And on the exhale, bring the hands down onto the legs, pad down. Come back onto all fours. Make big circles with the hips once more. Maybe make circles with the head if that feels right for you. Release tension in the neck, the shoulders. Inhaling, squeeze. Exhale, release. Okay, so we're going to make our way into a yogi squat. So whether you want to get in it from a standing position, I'm going to get in it from a kneeling position. So bring your feet out wide, your knees out wide. We're not going to practice pelvic floor here because we won't be able to feel it. So bring the hands into prayer. The elbows come in between the thighs. If this is too much for you, then come to standing and you can practice the pelvic tilts, front and back. So take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Now start with your golden thread breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I have got this. Repeat after me. I have got this. Good. One final breath in. Good. Bring the hands down. Bring the knees out wide. We're going to come down into a child's pose now. So you can bring a cushion out in front if you feel that you need a little bit more support. And just soften into your child's pose. And this is our final pose for today's class. So just relaxing into it, softening across the face, relaxing deeper and deeper. And just let the mind think if it wants to think. Let it have the freedom that it wants, without judgment. Now collect the mind from wherever it's wandered off to, bringing it back to the breath, back to the body again. And keeping the eyes closed, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, push yourself up. Make your way to either a kneeling or a comfortable seated position. Now just bring the hands into prayer at heart center. Taking one final deep breath in, squeezing the pelvic floor. And on the exhale, release. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, squeezing the pelvic floor up. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release. And just remembering that you can use your visualization, say your lotus, your hot air balloon, your pelvic floor visualizations during your labour, which will help to encourage baby to come through the birth canal, the cervix to open, to soften. Rubbing the palms of the hands together to create as much heat as possible. Place the hands over the eyes, feeling the heat rushing into the face. And when you're ready to let the world back in, open the fingers, bring the hands down. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this class has been helpful and you feel ready, prepared, you feel calm for your birth. Good luck with the rest of your pregnancy and I'll see you again soon. Take care.
If you enjoyed this session today, we would love to see you at the Yogi Bump Hub by going to theyogibump.co.uk. You can sign up to our wellness packs, which are filled with everything you need on your journey through pregnancy and beyond, with pregnancy yoga, meditation, birth preparation, and postnatal recovery wellness. You can also follow us on Instagram at the Yogi Bump.